and this is about a 90-degree angle. You would take a degree or two.
Okay.
We decided to makeshift our apartment.
What is up? Another day in the van, another project to do. We are starting our overhead cabinets today.
We are doing two separate rows of cabinetry, one set above our kitchen and bed, and the other set behind us above our vanity and sofa.
We've been dreading this slightly because I feel like it's gonna be a pain in the butt, but everything else is, so. But first, we did a little behind the scenes work, got our template created for the end pieces and the dividers between each cupboard. And as she was just showing, this is what it looks like. Yeah, it is on an old air mattress box.
So how we got the template is here we knew we wanted the cabinets about 12 inches deep, give or take. So we were able to create that depth right here. We kind of got a rough estimate of the cardboard, and then we found where this angle needed to touch, and then just adjusted that angle till it was correct. Found the meeting point right here, measured down, figure out this distance. So even if the cardboard came down here, measure from this distance down to where that level point was. And was able to create 2 points here and connect the line, making an angle. But I know the templates can be really tricky, so hopefully it helps a little, even though it's still really confusing.
We're gonna have a mounting point here on the back of them. We're gonna have a mounting point up here, and then we're also gonna use these angled beams for a mounting point as well. So we just wanted that to be very close in all of those angles. And this is about a 90-degree angle. You would take a degree or two. But yeah, and this is pretty much universal for the remainder of the van. That you know, it fits really good in a lot of places, even over on the opposite side.
We won't have cabinets there though.
Oh yeah, it'll be starting right here, and then they'll be going forward to the front. So we're gonna get this onto some scratch plywood, make sure it's good, and then put it onto our finished plywood. Yeah. So here are some of our Baltic birch. This is the end cap, and then we also have some of the individual dividers going in the cabinets themselves. So as you can see, pretty solid fit up here. This one will come all the way out to here, but it still fits in pretty good where these angled pieces are. And then this is one of the inside pieces, which as you can see is about a 1/4 inch shorter than the end caps, because that is where our bottom piece of plywood is going to run. So the end caps you won't be able to see the bottom piece, it'll be kind of sucked in, and then the inside ones will be sitting on top of it. So the bottom is one big piece, the end is a flush piece, the end is a flush piece, and the inside are a little shorter. But I think we got all of our end caps and dividers cut for this side and this side. Now we have to cut the bottom piece.
So the distance that we want to run the cabinetry on the passenger side is 76 inches. So we just subtracted an inch to account for the Baltic birch on the ends, making our bottom piece 75 inches. And then our depth of our cabinets, don't ask me why, but they ended up being 12 inches and 3/16. That's just how the template ended up working out best for us, so we didn't have to like fiddle around with an extra measurement to make it perfectly 12 inches. So the bottom piece will be 12 and 3/16 deep. Okay, we got our bottom piece for the cabinets cut, and now Ricky's going to start putting in some pocket holes so we can screw in our dividers, and I'm going to start measuring our cross braces that are going to be the support braces on the cabinets for us to mount them. piece of our cabinets cut and ready to screw in to our dividers, but it is getting dark out, so I think we're going to finish up this project next weekend. Hey guys, we are back in the same spot following weekend. We did some thinking on how we are gonna connect all of our plywood pieces, because we're only using 1/2 inch Baltic birch instead of like a full inch. So it's like hard to use the pocket jig and all that. So came up with a little solution, and Ricky's gonna show you what that is.
The one part we were kind of struggling to figure out, which we could just be idiots, I don't know, but where this bottom piece of the cabinet meets our end piece of the cabinet, we want to use pocket jigs here, the correct pocket jig here, but I felt like I wasn't getting a good enough connection with like some of the test fits I was doing. And if I was getting a good enough connection, it was wanting to bust out the back end, the screw. So what I'm going to do to alleviate that is where this end cap meets the bottom, I'm going to throw this. This is like a 1x3, I think it is, but it truly measures like 3/4 of an inch. I'm going to put this on the front end of the cabinet, so that way I can pocket jig it through this thicker piece of wood. So this will kind of be the connector for the end and the bottom, and I think that'll give us a lot stronger connection. But we're gonna have this here, and then back here there will be a piece running long ways to act as the same back there for the rear of the cabinet. So we'll have strong connection here, strong connection here, and then we will also have this piece, if you want to put that back up, we'll also have this piece at an angle up here to connect to the top angle joints of the van as well. So here, here, and here. So we should have a pretty solid, strong connection everywhere. All right, so small personal mistake. We got this piece of wood, our little frame, pocket jigged into the bottom piece of wood. We're good, no breakthrough. And then for some reason in my brain, I thought I'd be able to pocket jig into this one, but that's not how it works, because there's no joins, end joins. So we just put 3 pocket holes here that are useless. But we're gonna leave them there. We're just gonna patch them because we already know this all works right. And I have this one pocket jigged on the outside, so you don't even see the holes. Yeah, and then this is wood glued to this for the current moment. And what we're going to do, I think, is just use these 1-inch wood screws that we have. And we didn't really want to come in from the outside, but I think just for for strength purposes, we're going to bring these 1-inch screws, bite through the plywood into the frame, and just patch the holes from the outside. Mistakes aside, this is about how it should look, minus that little guy. We'll fill that. So yeah, we have our countersunk 4 screws from the inside, nice and sturdy. It's pocket screwed in from the back side of this to the bottom, and the outside is nice and clean, no holes, no screws. Now, next frame of work is to get these back frames to our dividers.
We got all of our strut pieces cut, so we'll have 3 struts per section. One piece to mount up, one piece to mount this corner, and then one piece to mount down below against the wall. To connect these, we're pocket jigging them, and then we'll use some brad nails and wood glue as well. What was I gonna say? Oh, we're doing all the pocket jigs on the outside. So this one goes here, and then there's one that goes up here. Okay, we pocket jigged all of our struts except for the angled ones. We're going to dry fit this up there before we put in these angle ones, just to double check them.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good, if you ask me.
Okay, we pocket jigged or pocket screwed all of our struts in, and one thing to also note is we used wood glue between all these points of contact before screwing in for extra support, and now we might add some brad nails underneath to give this bottom piece some extra security, but it already feels very sturdy. So that's what it looks like. Okay, so we finished the structure of the first cabinet. Now we are going to start the structure for the second cabinet. And then we're probably just going to cut out some of the pieces and then tomorrow assemble it.
So the good thing about the second cabinet too is we kind of like retrofitted the first one and put it over there, and it actually fits really well. Yeah.
We probably won't bore you with assembling the second one since you just saw the first one, but we will skip ahead here and show you more of the aftermath of the two assembled cabinets. Okay, we have assembled our two structures for the cabinets. As you can see, we are now in our apartment. We decided to makeshift our apartment into a workspace. So we cleared out our living room, and we have our tools outside, and our kitchen table is being occupied.
Work table.
Yeah, so we'll show you what they look like, and I'm gonna get a close-up of them in case there's something we're not explaining well, in case you wanna do your cabinets like this and you can see where we screwed in and what we screwed into. So this is our second one. We just have to throw in these corner pieces, but we have them marked exactly where they're gonna go. So this is the back. So as you can see in the middle corner ones, sometimes we'll have two pocket holes, and then sometimes we'll have one. We decided to do two on each end of the middle, and then on the outer cabinets, we're just gonna have one on each. But
I think with them all joining together and having different points of contact, I think it'll still be plenty strong. The structures themselves seem incredibly strong so far, so I feel confident that it's going to be a very strong cabinet once mounted. And speaking of mounting, we'll have 3 mounting points. This top one, not only is it keeping the structure of the cabinet nice and tight and strong, but this we're going to be mounting from the cabinet from this up into the ceiling into our horizontal struts that we have that are rib nutted in. And this angle piece it will also be mounted. We have angled pieces that are also rib nutted in, and then same with this back piece. So this, and this. On all those points, we're gonna have them screwed into studs, so they should be very strong, should never come down.
Do you like it better when you see the sun? Do you like it better when the sky is
Okay,
blue?
so for filling our holes, we're going to be using this stuff right here. And then to caulk the corners, we're going to use this stuff. Let's do it.
In a summer state of mind, we've been wasted all the time.
Okay, so we finished crack filling all of our holes, and next step is to get this sanded and primed, which we will probably do over the course of this week. We also got our doors measured, so next step is to get that cut and get those started. So we'll see you then.
Said I gotta run away, get away now. Too many games and they all trying to play out. Too many people and they all start to change now. Let me take a bet, they gon' know my name now. Yeah, we came a long way, but it's one way. Got a long way to go like it's Monday. Someday gotta be in LA. No, I gotta make it work out like